Welcome to Your Anime Senpais. I'm Richard.
I'm John.
And John, today we're going to be watching and reacting to My Hero Academia, Season 5, Episode 105. Of course, before that, let's talk about last episode. Last episode was a little bit of a filler episode.
Yeah.
We had Team Selkie. They were trying to go after these criminals that had this trigger drug that apparently enhances quirks. And they ended up losing them in the ocean. But they called for backup. Team Rikyu, including which had Uraraka and Froppy in there. They decided to help them out. Before that, of course, they had to have a little bit of a beach scene.
Helped them out by having a beach episode.
Yeah, beach episode, had some barbecue, whatever. But then after that, once nightfall came, they ended up going out there and tracking down the criminals. And long story short, with the power of friendship and teamwork, they will find the criminals and take them down. And they actually got the drugs and got all that secured. So yeah, like I said, it was pretty much a filler episode. So
now we're back to the main storyline.
I think so. I guess we'll have to wait and see. So let's go ahead and get started. Oh yeah, the recap. Of course we're gonna have a recap.
This whole season's been a season of recaps.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the glass guy. I don't know why I completely forgot about him.
It's been a while.
Especially for us.
Yeah.
It's been a while.
Yeah. We've taken a lot of breaks this season, guys.
Yeah.
You haven't noticed.
Oh. So they've been there for a week. What have they learned in that time?
What's in the briefcase? It's pretty valuable. He's going for a touchdown.
Endeavor's already there.
He's probably sitting back watching like, man, amateurs, they should have been there when it happened.
Right, because yeah. Well,
That was cool looking.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh.
Because didn't he mention like how you're supposed to like anticipate?
Yeah, about anticipating and kind of doing everything almost like second nature.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, who still uses cash?
A huge briefcase of cash.
Right. Why?
Wow.
Yeah, it kind of just feels like they're just barely keeping up.
Yeah, go get some rest, guys. You guys are like old people or something.
Oh, I remember us talking about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was actually surprised by how much wisdom.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Because normally you don't see him as a character like that.
Right. Well, because he's just he has so much anger issues.
Yeah.
And that kind of just felt like he was a one-dimensional character. But now obviously this season and maybe even last season he's really grown.
What is up with her hair?
Oh yeah.
The book. Oh, that's right. The hidden code. Okay, I'm starting to remember some of this stuff now.
Well, work-related things.
Oh, a family episode.
Yeah, okay. I think his wife is still in the hospital, isn't she? Or wherever she's at?
That's what I was thinking.
Or is this just him, like, visualizing what... Okay, yeah.
Yeah, well, yeah, that was part of his dream.
Yeah.
But He's already 5. Wow.
Wow.
Okay. That's not traumatizing for a child.
Right.
Hmm.
Except now he is.
But it's his own power now, not his dad's.
Right. I don't know, man. He really messed things up, though. Yeah, it's true.
I mean, I see it from both sides. So yeah, I mean, this is a really hard thing to kind of work out.
Yeah. Oh man,
Yeah.
and he definitely has changed. So he's not going to do it. Yeah, she's really. I really gotta give her credit. She's really trying to. Oh, it just seems so spontaneous. I think I've mentioned this before, but that is a huge house.
It is. Okay.
So she's the eldest, I guess. He's like, whatever. Yeah, before things get uncomfortable.
Midoriya's not reading the room very well. He's being very obvious about, like, is there something wrong?
Well,
what?
Yeah.
What? Oh, it turned into a food episode.
I know, right? We had a beach
Don't
episode.
analyze it.
We had a beach episode last time, so we gotta have a food episode this time.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
A back injury?
No, I was saying, like, she's been doing all the cooking herself.
Yeah, well,
The sister.
Yeah, I was just kind of like, what was she doing to...
She was probably just old, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Uncomfortable. Yeah, I was kind of thinking him being there was kind of a mistake, to be honest with you. Like, I get what she's...
She figured if there was company, possibly, too, maybe he wouldn't make
as
much a scene.
Yeah, but there's still a lot going on there that they gotta work out. Back. Just over there. Don't talk to me. Oh.
Oh, yeah? Chance for what?
To bring their family together. He's got fire and ice. He'll be all right. I mean, I get it. It's her. It's his mom. So
yeah.
Just those three, though. Well, understandable, but
yeah.
Right. Well, yeah.
I was just waiting for him to say something.
He's not ready to forgive, though.
Wow. Everybody.
I know, right? What is going on in the house? I mean, I guess the walls in that house are...
Yeah. Got those paper thin walls.
Right.
Was this brought up before? Did I miss this?
I don't think so. Well...
It
may have. I just don't remember. Because we...
Yeah. I mean, we've taken a little bit of breaks, but
yeah.
wow, I don't remember that being a thing.
few days earlier. What are we doing now? What's this? Back to Christmas?
Things are about to go down.
Ew. Who is this guy?
Okay, that was weird.
That was weird. All right, that was a very intense episode. Not so much in terms of the action. I mean, there was action, obviously, but
yeah,
more just the drama. So, how did you feel about this episode?
I liked it.
You liked it?
I liked it. I had to give it a couple of seconds to think about it, but yeah, in the end, I'll give it 1 thumbs up because
okay.
I did enjoy the I guess seeing both sides, the family side and Endeavor side of facing this problem.
Mm-hmm.
And I get it. I kind of know what it feels like from both of those sides. Not to that degree.
Right, yeah.
Never going to be to that degree, but because everyone makes mistakes. And, there are times you try to ask for forgiveness and it's just whatever you've done is, too hard, sometimes almost too hard to ask, to get it from. So, so I get that. I've been on the opposite, receiving end of that from other people too. So, yeah, I like how they approached it. I like the different thought processes that went on. Before I get too deep into it, though, what did you think about it?
I would actually say this was probably my favorite episode this season, so 2 thumbs up. I really enjoyed the family dynamic. Honestly, right now, Todoroki and his whole family, they are probably my favorite characters just because of the interesting dynamic they have. Yeah. Endeavor, as I mentioned during the episode, when we first were introduced to him, he seemed very, two-dimensional. He was just like, you, Shoto, you're going to be the best. You're going to be the
best. I'm going to be going after All Might's position.
Right, well, but you're going to be the one that's going to succeed everybody. You're going to be the best hero there is because you have both fire and ice. And at that time, we really didn't know, why he was so driven to do this and why he was pushing Shoto specifically so hard. But then as time went on, we learned that because Shoto has both the fire and ice. He can control his fire powers.
He doesn't overheat.
And he's just got those. He's got more options available to him. Whereas Endeavor, he's strictly heat, and we've seen him, especially at the end of last season, where he just he pretty much burned himself out. But I mean, he still was able to defeat the bad guy, but the Nomu. But it came at such a great cost, and it's I can understand where he was coming from in his mind, why he would want someone to succeed him that had both, his powers and his wife's powers, but still, the things that he did was very extreme and very. It was not good, obviously. Yeah. But as you said, people do make mistakes, and the fact that he did this to his own family, his own children, there's just so much that they have to work through.
I mean, I appreciate he's trying to make amends.
Right, yeah.
That's the thing that I'm more impressed by from him and his character, because a lot of characters in his stereotype, trope, whatever, reaching for power, probably wouldn't have went back to their family. They'd have been like, well, that family was holding me back because they didn't live up to my expectations. Right. They were just a means to an end, especially through Shoto.
Yeah.
I got what I wanted, cast off the dead weight. There's all these different things they could have played on, right. But instead they probably chose the hardest route, I think, to approach, to write, to analyze things like that and kind of make it feel fleshed out and human because that's what they're having to face. That's the drama that is real about all this, and I do enjoy that. Because it's tricky, and I don't want it to just be like, okay, Dad, we forgive.
Right?
You.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
If it would have went that route, I'd be like, I'm done.
Right.
I'm done with my hero.
Yeah. No, you do bring up a good point though. It does feel very natural, and it's not like sudden either. It's obviously going to take time for these guys to, for it seems like the sister Fuyumi, I think, she seems like she's the driving force. So she's really wanting to. I would almost dare say she's maybe even pushing a little bit too hard, because obviously the one brother, Natsu, I think, or Shoto's older brother, anyways.
Yeah.
He's obviously not ready to, like, he's making those steps, but he's only really making those steps because of Fuyumi and Shoto probably too.
And I like the brief moment where she let her guard down and said, I'm really trying, but there is a part of me that is like
that's like
that can't.
Yeah.
So
right, and
I appreciate that detail.
Because obviously with her too, of course she's going to feel frustrated, but I think for her it's more important for her to just have her family together. Mm-hmm. And I definitely appreciate that. She actually might be up there in my top tier list of favorite characters for this show, just because, like I said, the whole Todoroki family dynamic, I feel like I'm enjoying that. Well, I guess. Whatever. I find that more interesting than even what's going on with like the villains or with the drugs or whatever else was going on. Like, I find that more interesting. It's like, I want more of that. I mean, I know I'm probably not going to get that much more of that, but I want more of that.
I understand, because, especially this season, because it doesn't feel like anything's had like a big impact on the story. I mean, I know we did that Class 1A versus Class 1B.
Right, yeah, and then you got the whip,
the black whip and the vestiges, showing up in his dreams. And these are all great things that are gonna affect the story eventually. Once
they're the bigger picture, obviously.
And I appreciate how we're stopping for this small point, and we're spending time on it. We're not just like, okay, we got we only got so much time. We need to move this on.
It doesn't feel like a filler episode like last episode.
Like a filler, like a footnote. It just to the overall story. Like, I'm sure. Next episode, we're not going to revisit this. Like, next episode, we're doing Smiley Guy looking at the TV or whatever. We're moving on to the next big bad. But I appreciate we stopped and we let this scene, breathe and live.
Right.
And, if we do revisit it, that'll be great. I'm sure we probably won't spend as much time as this. I mean, that could be wrong, but I don't think we're going to spend this much time again this season
with for the Todoroki.
For the whole family. Yeah, for the family. I think we'll probably have more of him talking in private about his dreams, about what he can do to be a better father.
Maybe him talking with Shoto more.
Yeah,
and maybe Fuyumi more.
I think the mother, with her potentially getting released, might be something we look at later.
Right. Maybe next season.
Maybe, yeah. I mean, it's probably, I don't know how soon the release was that she was talking about, but that could be a thing, or maybe some visits to her, or just something. I don't think anything's going to be as big, as impactful as this scene was. So, I mean, I could be wrong. It'd be pretty cool,
right?
But I mean, overall, I do think this is a solid episode. Great as far as like progressing this part of the story, but. I know not everyone's really here for this kind of story, so we gotta get back to the action.
Like I said, man, I feel like I enjoy this part. Like, again, just their dynamic, their whole drama. I feel like I've enjoyed that more than maybe even anything else that's happened so far in My Hero. To be honest with you, I don't know. I just find that just so fascinating. Like. Because you got this whole world full of like superheroes that can do these amazing things, but then you've got the very human parts. That's kind of one of the reasons why I really like the MCU, for example, too, because they always have that. Like, again, you got the world-threatening or universe-threatening things, but you also have the very smaller, more humane or human like elements, the moments, where it's like you really care about these characters, and I really do care about this Todoroki family. I think. I think I do really care about them. So I really hope that things work out for them. But you know what? Even if it doesn't work out for them, even if like say they're just like, you know what, Dad,
we can't work it out.
We can't forgive you for what. And I think that's kind of what it's leading to. That I think that's why he's having those visions or the dreams. Is that maybe that's what's going to happen. It's like he may have to be separated from his family.
But that's real life.
That is exactly
happens.
yeah. That does indeed happen. So I mean, as unfortunate as it is, I mean he did bring it up on himself though. So maybe in a few decades, maybe some of them will come around, but I guess we'll have to wait and see. So, anyways, any other things you want to talk about this episode? I mean, I know there was the training bits at the beginning of the episodes, but that just kind of felt like more of an extension of what happened.
Yeah, it kind of felt like an extension plus we had a little bit of recap in there already again.
So, but really, I think that was the main focus, was more just the Todoroki family for this episode at least. So
yeah, and I liked the way that it segued into it because it was just like, bam,
yeah, here we are.
We're here.
Yeah, I was just kind of like, what is going on? Because he was like, we're going, and then they were like, yeah, and then it's like, okay, we're here.
Yeah, for a while I felt like Bakugo, like, what are we doing here?
But yeah, that was a very good segue though. I did appreciate that. But
yes, actually, I don't know what this was like in the manga, but I appreciate how the anime handled this. It just felt so well done by the voice actors, the way it was drawn, the pacing, everything. Because really, that's been the number one complaint this whole season is the pacing. The pacing of everything. Whether it was the coolest moment, well, now you got to watch it 3 more times because it was so cool. Well, I doubt we'll get to see this ever again unless it's like in a quick, snippet flashback. But just the way that it was done feels like, going back to not best thing in the whole series. There are other things I thought I liked as well, but as far as like this kind of emotional level, though, this is pretty up there.
Right.
This might be the best one. But I just I appreciate the way this is all paced and thought out for the anime. Because, like I said, I don't know how it was done in the manga. It could be literary gold in there. I don't know, but I haven't seen it.
Yeah, I haven't read it either.
So yeah, but
there is actually one other thing I want to bring up too. Something we saw at the end there with him, what looked like
the child.
The child, yeah.
Not the Mandalorian child.
No. With
the unknown child.
Endeavor.
The one he was praying to.
Yeah. So obviously, that kid is dead. Was that his child?
Well, I mean, he had the white hair. I kind of wonder if it was the first child and he tried too hard.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Okay, I remember that now. Yeah.
Having all white hair, I would assume he only had ice powers, or she. I think it was a he, though.
I think it was
he,
yeah. Well, it had to be because the way that his uniform looked.
Okay, so having all ice powers, he was trying to force
fire,
fire or something, some other reaction possibly, and that led to, the death or whatever.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm assuming death because the way that whole setup looked like a memorial.
But also the way that was treated, it almost seemed like the other kids never talk about that. So I wonder if they even know about that brother or sibling at all, because Endeavor felt like he was in a very private place.
Didn't the older brother mention something about that? I think it was this episode actually. He mentioned something like, he was like. I can't forgive what you did to Shoto, and you also did it to.
Oh,
Toby.
Was it Toby? Okay, I can't
remember. I guess we should have just went back and watched that again. I just happen to think about that scene now, but
yeah.
He's like, yeah, you did that to so and so too.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was this episode or not.
Well, let's play this really quick. Oh, and I passed it.
Toya.
Yeah. So yeah.
Yeah, I'm curious to see what that entails. I wonder if that. No, never mind. I was gonna say I wonder if that kid is the dude that's smiling at the end after the credits, but I guess not because we can't really tell because he's got a mask.
That would be crazy if that child was still alive.
Yeah.
That would be a neat twist,
but
I don't think so. I don't think My Hero does that stuff. I don't think.
Yeah. Anyways, so any other thoughts of this episode?
No,
did we miss everything? Did we get everything?
Yeah, we missed everything. We got it all.
Do we get everything?
We're
okay.
good.
We're good. Okay, so in that case, guys, what do you think of this episode? And do you think that the Todoroki family will finally heal, or do you think something else is going to happen? Let us know down in the comments below.
And definitely, if you enjoyed this episode, why not take 5 seconds? Go down there, subscribe if you already haven't, and hit that like button just so it helps us out. And check out our Patreon. We do have full uncut episodes, uncensored, untransparent, full audio, this, that, and the other, uncut. If I probably already said that, and you can see all of our mistakes that we make, and hopefully not many. So, and yeah, we'll see you in the next episode.